As a Muslim, as a Democratic leader, as a congressman, how do you feel about President Trump's imposed ban on the 7 Muslim countries?
Well, I think it flames Islamophobia, xenophobia, anti-immigrant sentiment. I think it stokes fears in those who see Muslims as being other. And I think it's un-American and unpatriotic.
How do you think this restriction will affect Muslim Americans?
Well, I think those who come from families who have mixed status will be affected. I think that those Muslims who are lawyers, doctors, taxi cab drivers, police officers, business owners, I think that it's going to do more in terms of making them feel isolated in a country that is supposed to welcome immigrants with open arms, a country built on the backs of immigrants. And what this does is, one, it meets Trump's campaign promises. But secondly, it sets our country back decades. And my hope is that this will be a call to action for Muslims and non-Muslims alike to really become engaged in the political process in 2018.
Do you think it has the potential by any chance to incite homegrown terrorism or actually help with ISIS and ISIL with a recruitment process?
I think it goes along the narrative, the recruitment narrative of the ISISs of the world, the Al-Qaedas and other groups. What concerns me mostly is that we still have internal security issues as it relates to those who claim to be Muslim. But these acts of terror are largely coming from lone wolves. And under President Obama, the Countering Violent Extremism effort, I support it. I thought it was successful. It was flawed in many ways, but it was largely successful. Under Donald Trump, it could be used as a cover to spy on communities without having established probable cause.
What message do you think this sends internationally? What does it specifically send to those 7 countries that are majority Muslim?
We don't trust you. We don't value our security relationship. We don't value growing and mending the rift that has been exacerbated over the past decades. I think America, and in making America great again, it seems like Mr. Trump wants to make America hate again. And a part of making America hate again means targeting Muslims, targeting religious minorities, targeting minorities specifically, and taking America back to some mythological good old days that never existed.
Do you think that there's a common ground between Republicans and Democrats to convince the Trump administration to repeal these administrative bans?
I think so. I think there are a lot of Republicans who have Muslim constituents. There are a lot of Republicans who have Muslim physicians, dentists, attorneys that they've used. They see that Muslims are a part of the American fabric. They've been such for over 400 years now. And I think when you put Muslims in the position of having to no longer be afraid of who they are, but to become engaged in the political process on both sides of the aisle, Republican or Democratic, you can see a movement in this country of more Muslims being city councilors, running for Congress, donating to campaigns or individuals who they believe represent their interests.